A little bit of background history on this. A parent meeting was called November the 9th to address the financial situation of St. Peter's School. A letter from Bishop Taylor stated that it had become apparent that the school would have to close on December the 19th unless $175,000 was raised for operational expenses. At that meeting, Reverend Thomas, pastor of St. Peter Catholic Church, challenged parents, parishioners, alumni, and benefactors in the Pine Bluff community to raise $175,000 in 7 days. On November the 16th, just 6 days after that challenge, pledges and cash contributions totaling $149,548 had been contributed to the school. The 777 challenge proposed by Reverend Thomas includes 7 days to raise $175,000, to keep the school open for 7 months, and to develop a 7-year long-range plan. Although the school is close to meeting the goal, an additional $25,000 is needed in donations, and they are now being accepted online and through the mail. So anyone who wishes to contribute, we welcome those contributions. And I think that this is a phenomenal thing that has happened for St. Peter's School, and the people in this community have risen to this occasion, and I, as Superintendent of Catholic School, want to greatly thank everyone who has contributed to this. Thank you.
I would like to say a special words of thanks to our Bishop Anthony Taylor and Mrs. Bowen and all the officials from the diocese. I want to say a special thanks to Dr. Washington. And the interim principal, Silvana, Mrs. Paris, Mr. Paris, your teacher specialist, Smith, and all the teachers, parents, teachers, the donors who helped to achieve our first 7. And also, I am so grateful to all the media here, coming over here and telecasting our news to the community. And the last, I would like to say, my children, we have to be successful in our life. And to be successful in our life, we need 3D vision. That is D, D, and D. What is 3 Ds? The first D is we should have a dream. The second D is determination. And the third D is drive. That means we need a dream. Your parents dreamed that you have to have a good future. So they brought you here. That was the dream of your parents. And that dream has to become your goal. That's why you all are here. To study well, to become something in your life. That is your goal. And to achieve that goal, you have to work hard. You have to plan out. When we start this 777 plan, we had a dream that you all should remain in this St. Peter Catholic School at least till May. That was our dream. And that dream became our goal when the donors brought their money. So, my dear children, in your life, to become something, to achieve your goal, you need 3 Ds. You need to have dreams. Please dream and make that dream as your goal. Once you get that goal, work hard to achieve that goal. That is what happened here. And this is an example for that. We had a dream about you all. We raised that money. And it is within 6 days, we raised this much money. It is because for you all. So many people worked hard to put their time, talents for you all. And this is a message this 777 is giving to you. Even if you forget all the things, take from here this achievement, what we did for you all within 6 days. Have a dream, have a goal in your life, and try to work hard that dream. Thank you.
At this time, if there's any questions that anyone has, we'll try to answer those for you. If not, if any of the meeting want to speak with us after this is over, then we'll be glad to meet with you. Okay? Would you like to make a short speech, Dr. Washington, especially to these students? I'm sure you had a dream at one time.
Thank you. 9 days ago, the diocese came to us with a proposal. Raise enough money to pay your bills, and we will do our part to keep this school open. A member of the board who wants to remain anonymous came to me and said that she believed that this could be done. It was this spark and her determination that ignited this entire campaign. We would like to take a moment to thank all of the people that helped to make this drive successful. Thanks to the children of St. Peter's School who put up with the driven distraction of their parents as we set out upon this journey. Thanks to our donors who could have used this money to buy clothes, cars, iPods or iTunes, or Beyblades, or beer. Thank you for your selfless contribution to our cause. Mrs. Silvana, whose faith never wavered. When I am around her, I am in awe of her quiet genius. Mrs. Luana Paris, whose skill set has no bounds. In the past week, she was asked to be all things to all people at all times, and she never faltered. Mr. Gary Paris, who introduced us to the world of YouTube. Thank you, Gary, for putting us on the internet map. Mr. Smith, who worked tirelessly with the details and the scripts for all the children's presentations and all of the art magic you see here on campus. Mrs. Riles, who called me every day with pep talks when I woke up and before I went to sleep at night. Her rich heritage with this parish is inspiring to everyone. Mrs. Clemens, who whenever we would have a donor renege, would reach into her pocketbook and write another check. Mrs. Grice and Mrs. Lee, whose quiet words of encouragement spurred us on in our darkest hour. Mr. Leslie Peters, who launched our internet Click and Donate campaign. Mrs. Erin Shaw, who started our first Facebook challenge. Thank you. Mrs. Patricia Cole, whose last-minute chili sale put us closest to our target. Dr. Margaret Martin Hall out at UAPB, who advised and directed me throughout this entire campaign. She had to listen to my countless hours of moaning, crying, and whining. She told me last night, girl, do not be discouraged. The people of St. Peter's went blindfolded in the night through a hurricane, and we have walked on water. Our heartfelt gratitude to Bishop Anthony Taylor, Superintendent Vernell Bowen, Assistant Super Teresa Hall, for making this challenge and keeping their word. To Father Thomas, who was sent to us by heaven, open, gracious, and progressive, He is the fresh air that God has infused into our community. Congratulations to Nora Harrison and Micaiah Womack, who are Pine Bluff's first internet sensations. And finally, to all of you who haven't given yet, we are thanking you in advance for your fully tax-deductible contribution you can give us as you head out the door. And finally, Mark 7:7, everybody's familiar with this one. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. On behalf of St. Peter's Catholic School, I am so excited to see how we have come together as a community to help these children. We never faltered to remember that our purpose in life is based on these children. And we are here for God's purpose. It's not for our own purpose. And we have come to understand that God put us here through the eyes of these children, and I am so proud and so grateful that we had responded to that purpose. It is one of the major purposes that we will be proud of, and heaven will bless us. Thank you.
And so then we will sing our school song. Thank you very much for coming, and may God bless you all.
I'm Aideen Riles, and I am a parishioner of St. Peter's Catholic Church. We are here today, and we have raised funds to keep the school open. Here I have on my right Mrs. Jessie Clemens, whom I have been knowing for 43 years, and Mrs. Jeanette Nelson to my left, who I've been knowing for a number of years. I would like to ask them some questions concerning what has happened today. It is historic. We have never had anything to happen like this in 7 days. We have raised the money. Mrs. Clemens, what do you think about the event that has taken place today?
I think this is very very, very wonderful. And it also shows that when you put God first, what you can do. And we felt like that we needed to go in prayer and ask the Lord to lead us and guide us in raising this money. And we have our children here. I have a granddaughter here at St. Peter's, and there are other young children here, and we wanted to make sure that they could continue their education through this school year. So that's why we worked hard with the community and the teachers and the parents to raise this money, because our children's education is at stake.
Thank you, Ms. Clements. Ms. Nelson, what has inspired you about this event today?
I was just overjoyed that we could accomplish this, because I have attended St. Peter's School through the 10th grade, and I was here when they closed the high school, first closed the high school. So I'm very pleased at the work that was done in keeping the school open.
We would like to thank the entire community of Pine Bluff, Arkansas for rallying around us and making this occasion a historic event. We have never had anything to happen like this before, and we're grateful to Father Thomas and to the diocese and the people who have helped us raise this money. We are still taking donations and everything, and I'm hoovering over my former boss who gave me a donation of $5,000. I just have to tell that. Thank you.
Say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be blessed. This has been a special news report. Back to the set.